Hey folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Midventures, our hardcore troll warrior on Soulseeker EU. Hope you guys and gals are super good. Today, I am doing pretty good. We're slowly out-leveling this area. Some of these things that we're fighting are actually greys. But that makes it easier for us as a warrior, so I'm not going to complain about that. But yeah, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're all right. I know it's been a few days since I've done an episode on this channel. I did do a episode of Final Fantasy IX. I think that went up yesterday. But the reason for the less videos is because it is now half. Well, it's not. It is, yes. It is half term in the UK, which means the schools are closed, and with my wife being a teacher, it means she is off work. And I'm sure if you've been watching regularly, you'll know that she's been not very well recently. And she's getting better. She is getting better, but I've really had to focus on her. And as of yesterday, I am now off. This was always planned for until Easter, well, the Tuesday after Easter Monday. So I'm off. I've got loads of free time, but I want to use a lot of that time, you know, to spend with my family and things like that. So even though I've got more spare time, that may not necessarily translate into more videos, especially yesterday. You know, it was my first official day off where I could then have a sleep and then, you know, a nice lie in and then spend all day doing whatever I wanted. However, what ended up happening is I went to bed very early and woke up quite late. Not dead late, but you know, I had a nice little lie in. And then I spent that time, you know, with Care. She's well enough now where she can do a bit more. We've actually been playing some WoW. We've been playing some Season of Discovery. Some friends came around briefly just to say hello, and they've recently bought a house and they needed some documents witnessing, you know, to sign and stuff like that. And yeah, overall, we've just, you know, I wanted to spend my first full day kind of just taking it easy and stuff. So that's what we did. And yeah, so now it's what time is it? It's like midnight. I went and actually had a little sleep. Why have you got a skull on you? When Kers went to bed, and to be honest, I was thinking oh, I could sleep in right through, but I wanted to actually come and do some videos. But I just want to make you aware that there might not be as many videos, just because I might be doing more stuff with families and friends, and you know, spending that time, that free time, you know, doing real life stuff. There we go. It's my first proper break since the honeymoon back in October. I had a few days off over Christmas, but I didn't. I only had the designated days off. You get the Christmas day off, and I think Boxing Day, and then New Year's and New Year's Day. But I never took a prolonged time off this Christmas. So this is the first time I've had a nice long week. Yeah, for a while. So I'm going to enjoy it as much as possible. I'm also just going to play some games on my own and do my own thing. Been playing a lot of GTA San Andreas, the remake, which I know got a lot of flack on release, didn't it? The whole trilogy thing, with it being really poorly upscaled, and I think they a big reliance on AI upscaling, which they never really double checked, so things look really weird. Since they've made those changes, I think it is excellent. And I've had so much fun with it. For me, it's one of those childhood classic games. Did it come out in 2004? Let's have a look. GTA San Andreas. Original release, please. October 2004. So I was 14. Obviously not at an age that I should be playing San Andreas. However, I did, and I have lots of memories of playing it with one of my friends on the old PlayStation. Man, what a nostalgia trip it's been replaying it, because I played a lot of it. I remember playing a lot of it. Whenever my friend came round, it was one specific friend called Steve. Whenever he came round, it was like, that's the game that we would play. And, oh god, what am I doing? I am in a Season of Discovery mode where I've been very overpowered, and I need to remember I'm playing a hardcore warrior, so let's just be careful here. I think we'll be okay. I've got my potion. Yeah, we're fine, okay. But for all of that time playing it, I don't think I got very far in it ever. I think we just used to mess about and just, I don't know, cheat things in and then run about, and I don't know what we did. I don't know what we did, but there's so much of this story. Like, now I'm in the second area. Is it the second? Yeah, the second area. I think I'm nearly at the end of that. Barely remember any of what's going on now, so I don't know whether. Yeah, literally, I just used to spend time causing havoc and not actually doing any of the story missions. But today, well, it started yesterday, but there's a mission where you have to swim out to a tanker, and you have to go into these underground tunnels. And my god, it nearly made me quit and uninstall the game. Like, just getting stuck on terrain, and oh my god, it was driving me absolutely, up the wall. But we ended up doing it, we figured it out, and now I'm enjoying it again. And I'm really looking forward to I'm actually looking forward to playing and finishing it, which, if you know about me, you know that it's not something I do a lot of. Like, I can play a lot of different games, but sometimes I struggle to focus on one, and especially finishing games. That's why midventures and MIDI play games was first sort of created, because I wanted to kind of give my brain a reason to complete games other than just for my own enjoyment, which sounds crazy. That should be enough, shouldn't it? And I used to, but I don't know. I've talked about this before, but as I've got older and have more responsibilities, and my time's more precious, I suppose. And also, I'm not a 14-year-old kid with all that time in the world and no responsibilities, to just relax playing games all the time. Like, I've got other things to do, got a house to keep, got dogs to love and support. Me and my wife, got a relationship that always, needs attention. Not saying she does. I'm saying, like, relationships need effort. Some people, I think, sometimes think, like, you meet, you fall in love, you get married, and then you kind of just ride the wave, baby. But you've got to put stuff into it. I'm very lucky. I've got an amazingly cool relationship. Like, we're very we're a team. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're a team. If something needs done, we'll, like, work on doing it together, and we get a lot of pleasure from doing that together. And yeah, sorry. Got a little bit emotional there about my old wife, just because she's not been well at all, and it's been sad, because it's her time to relax as well. She's got a very stressful, busy job. Much more, I've got a job that has stresses in it, but I'm not working with kids every single day. And then parents who maybe don't understand that their child is maybe not the little prince or princess that they think they are. Where was I going with this? What's a strange tangent I went on then? Well, not strange. Oh, right. Okay. So obviously, yeah, you've got to put yourself into a relationship and build it and keep it going, and stuff like that. You can't let it just sort of ride on its own. You've got to work on it. You know, they say that relationships take work, and they do. So I want to spend time on that. So when I do game, I feel like that it has to be worth it for me. I don't, the phrase, I don't suffer fools gladly anymore with games. I'm not going to sit through a really boring game that I'm not loving just so I have, I've got to finish this. No, no, thank you. If I'm not enjoying myself, go away. MIDI time is precious time that I really want to enjoy. So let me, entertain me. I'm very passionate about that, and maybe that's why I tend to sort of retreat to games that I know I love, because I know that I'm going to get a good time out of it. That's why I play, WoW is like my safe kind of like chill game, as well as the game that I enjoy playing with my wife as well. But it's very much one of those games that it's familiar. It's like a nice warm blanket. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've done this before. Of course I have. I've done every zone multiple times, I suppose. Doesn't change the fact that when I'm playing, I'm not thinking, oh, I'm doing this again, am I? It's just like a nice familiar thing. My brain likes it. And so when a new game comes along, and new games have really, they're on thin ice, new games, even ones that I think, oh, they could be good. This could be the one. More often than not, they fail to live up to the hype. For me, anyway. Maybe I'm just becoming a middle-aged gamer, I don't know. Probably am. So, that's why it's been really good with San Andreas. I know I'm not really talking about hardcore WoW today, but it's been a few days, so I've had a lot of rumblings in my head about to talk about, so you're getting all of this now. That's why playing San Andreas has been so fun, because it's a game that has that familiarity of like an old game that I used to play, but also it's like I'm discovering it for a second time, because I'm like, oh god, I never actually really played this properly. I just I played it as a 14-year-old would, and now I get to play it as a 34-year-old man. Absolutely loving it. And also, I mean, this is going on to another tangent now. Also, I'm doing my professions. You should be very proud of me. Please tell me in the comments how proud of me you are. It's what keeps me going. I've recently been trying to... I think I talked about this either in the last Hardcore episode or the last Elandril episode. Oh god, don't... Okay, of course. I've been trying to reset my attention span, because I feel like probably like a lot of us nowadays, our attention span has been rotted away by short content and social media. Sadly, YouTube Shorts is part of it. I need the YouTube app and stuff, obviously, to do my hobby of YouTube, but everything like Instagram, I was never a TikToker really, but like Facebook, whatever you call it, Shorts, whatever they call it, Reels or whatever. I know it's Instagram, it doesn't matter. Whatever, the short form content, all of those apps have gone off my phone. No, so I haven't been what they call doom scrolling for about a week now. And I have felt more focused. I don't know if that's why I'm enjoying San Andreas more, because my brain's not like going, okay, something else. I don't know. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's the way the game's designed, that there's loads of different missions, so you're always doing something new and stuff. I don't know. But I feel more focused. And yeah, the slow well, I think I always knew that social media was the fucking devil, but I've realized it has had a real impact on me recently, and that my phone is often attached to me. Like I use it a lot. Um, m- I'm not really one who just sits on the phone and I mean, I doom scroll. I used to doom scroll in bed when I couldn't sleep, but I think the reason I couldn't sleep is because my mind was so all over the place, because of the kind of short media that I was consuming. Because I've been sleeping better as well, but I would, I'd go on Reddit a lot, and Reddit, depending on what you're using Reddit for, can be a good thing or a bad thing. Okay. Just make sure that guy is okay. I'll keep an eye on him. Um, but but I do use it. I wouldn't say it most healthily, but as healthier than just sitting there going, like that. Just sat there ignoring everyone. But I do use it for, like, if I'm cooking in the kitchen. I've always found like I need something else on. I need YouTube or I need a podcast on. Oh God, we nearly died there, and I'm talking about flipping YouTube. Firstly, we need to do this. I feel like we're missing Troll's Blood, Defense, Strength. Troll's Blood, Defense, Strength. Okay, yeah, no, we're all good. But yeah, that's what I found. Even when I'm gaming, I was talking to my good friend Pango Duck, friend of the channel. Well, more than friend of the channel, very good friend of mine. I've mentioned before he has a YouTube channel that he no longer uses, but he kind of inspired me to initially start, because I didn't know anyone else who did it, and then having someone sort of that I knew, being able to be like, oh, this is how I do it. That gave me that first push years and years and years ago. But yeah, I found that a lot of my gaming taste would be games that I could play while having something else going on the second monitor. So, WoW, Football Manager, online shooters and stuff. So I could be like doing something else as well. Really weird. Like, it's odd that how social media and stuff like that is sort of made. And I think the ease of access to all kinds of media, even in the shower, a time where I could just sit there, could just stand there and just enjoy it, and I usually have like a podcast or YouTube on again, even though I'm not watching the video. I just like something going on in the background. I think that's probably my next step, weeding myself off that. There's nothing wrong with listening to a podcast while you're making tea or whatever. There's a level. I know I haven't really talked about WoW. I do apologise for that. That is a lovely little upgrade. We'll throw that on. But I know some of you listen just for me rambling and are sort of interested in the whole, me talking about just day-to-day stuff and casual stuff as well. So a bit podcasty, I suppose. maybe I'm part of the problem. Maybe I'm on the kitchen at the moment while you're making something to eat. I don't know. But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like my brain constantly needs to be engaged in something that's coming from my phone. So, working on that has been it's been difficult, I'm not going to lie. And I think it was sort of hard to admit it as well, that I don't know, like, what am I expecting to happen, that I need my phone near me all the time? Obviously it's good to have a phone, especially if you get older, and I've got like parents who not elderly, but they're they're getting to a point where you never know. They might ring and they might need some help with something. Usually it's the other way around. Usually I'm calling my dad for help around, to help me with advice around the house because he's like just he's such a handy man when it comes to stuff like that. But you know what I mean? Like, I should relax with it. I should just like think, hey, I can just, if people have tried to contact me or whatever, I can just go and look at it. And I don't know where I'm going with this. I've had a lot on my mind recently about this stuff because I really want to be in tune with myself a little bit more. I think I mean, it was one of my, if you remember, New Year's, we were talking about resolutions. And I said I wasn't exactly going to do a resolution, but like I was going to just sort of give myself some little goals, and it was to be sort of more in tune with myself and sort of aware of my mental health and just being a bit more open to that kind of stuff. Yeah, living in that kind of moment and being, okay, why am I feeling like this? Why am I feeling like that? And I think one of the big ways for that is to disconnect more from social media. Oh. Hello, buddy. Vamos, no me jodas. Do not. It's something like... I don't know what that means. But it's like, quickly don't touch. Have quest? Yes. Found the group. Anyway, basically, I'm having a bit of a social media purge. Is the end of that. God, what is up with my camera? Sometimes the colour's quite nice and then it goes weirdly yellow and I look all jaundiced. I'm just going to add a little bit more. As you know, or maybe you don't know. It's probably a bit too orange, to be fair. Whatever. One step, bro, please. Sure thing. No worries, bro. God, it looks... Yeah, as you may know, I do a lot of my recording in the evening, and I've got like a really simple light over there. But just with the way it is, and I'm very backlit. You can't see, obviously, but and it's nighttime, so it doesn't really matter. But that's something I'm still working on, my lighting and stuff like that. Like that looks nice now, and then but I guess I'm not that close to the monitor, but I think the monitor does affect it quite badly. One day we'll get that sorted, but I've preferred it having that. I put like a slightly orange hue and filter onto it just to take away some of the harshness, I suppose. So sometimes it goes a bit weird, but I would prefer that than being all washed out and stuff. What an odd episode. I know I've been talking a lot, but I feel like it's been a while since I've had one of these more podcasty episodes where I just talk about life and stuff. If you're still with us, it's not something I do often, but it would be really nice if you like this kind of stuff. Obviously, there's more content over on WoW. There's all sorts. There's loads of WoW stuff on Midventures, as well as some variety gaming. A lot of the variety stuff is now on a channel called Midi Plays Games. It's a bit of an experimental channel. It may end up that variety comes back to this channel, but yeah, there's a link in the channel bio. Midi Plays Games. Right now we're playing Final Fantasy IX. I plan on eventually trying to play all of the Final Fantasies on the channel. And yeah, Midventures has loads of like long form WoW playthrough and some short form videos as well, and some variety. if that is if that's your thing. Right, we're best clearing. And I would ask if you would be so kind to give us a little... It's so satisfactory to play heal with one... It's good to have some nice heals. There we go. And there we go. Okay, let's keep our good friend Zooqt. Oh, he's leveled. Nice. Level 10, baby. Everyone give Zooqt a little congrats. Ah. Okay, well the I guess the guild name makes more sense that he's Spanish. Okay, let's just be a little bit careful. What a nice guy. Oh god, okay. I think we're going to be okay. With my lovely Spanish undead healer. Okay, that's him down. Oh, my inventory's full. Let's make sure that we get it. Okay, where's this? Ah, right. Flipping inventory. Do you have this quest? Oh, it's a warrior quest, I see. Oh god, I can hear you being attacked. Dude. My god, you're scaring me. We must not let Zooqt die. Come on. On me, buddy. Inventory is full again. Okay. I didn't even realise we were on this quest. Well, at least I didn't realise it was a warrior quest. God, we've got so much crap. Which, I mean, ideally I would sell, but I don't think that's going to happen, so... We're probably going to have to... Oh god. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to delete some of it, which is a shame because, every little copper helps in hardcore. Is this our last bit? No, we need one more. And I feel like this is the way out. Oh god. Lovely. There we go. Inventory full. Right, get out of here. Lovely. Well, what a lovely little... This is why I love WoW. Like, I know I've talked about it before, because we've met many friends on our journeys in Azeroth, haven't we? But, like, oh god. We just bumped into this guy. He's really friendly, really nice, Like, saying things like, how often when you play WoW is someone going to say, it's a pleasure to play with you? That's such a nice thing to say. Like, what a good dude. We love Zooqt. And there we are. Back to Brill. Sure, all caps. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Grab some flowers. And let's move on. Man, you know what? It's one of those things. I've done this before where, it's been like an evening and I've thought, oh, should I play? Or I've been like, okay, should I play the warrior or should I play Elandril? And I'll be honest, I was leaning towards playing the druid Elandril, and at the last minute I thought, oh, you know what? No, I'll play the hardcore warrior. And then this has happened. Met a cool little dude. Had a good chat with you guys. I love it. I love this game. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of it the past two... Well, more today. Like I said, my wife, Kirst, she's been... she's still not well, but she's better that she's not just sat in bed or laying in bed, like, trying to recover. She can do a few more things, and she can actually play some WoW, which obviously is not the most strenuous thing in the world, but, it's... When you're really sick, like, really poorly, even sitting at a computer and concentrating on leveling and concentrating on anything can be difficult. Like, I don't know about you, but sometimes if you were ever off work or off school sick, you think, oh yeah, I'm off, I can play some games or whatever. What ends up happening, I've found, is you end up just feeling so sick, you just go, oh, I'm just gonna lie there. Like, even doing stuff like thank you for blowing me a kiss, dude. Okay, we need 3 out of 3 on this, don't we? So yeah, it's nice that she's been able to do that, and we've been able to sort of play together. But yeah, we've been playing Season of Discovery, and it's been fun. I've had a really nice time with it. we're level 21 now after 1 day of playing, which is just insane. I said 1 day physical time, not like 1 day played. I think it's, I don't know what we're on. We're about maybe 10, 11 hours, something like that. Maybe more. And it is just nuts, like how fast you level with the. Once again, I was speaking to Pango about it. I think it's probably a little bit overtuned. I understand why they've done it because it's so late in this whole seasonal thing. You know, people just want to get to the top level and stuff. But you level just a bit too fast, I think. I think it's 150% increase. I think, 100, maybe 125. I know they did 100 for Joy's Journeys. I think that's the sweet spot for a classic. It just turns the leveling curve enough that you get through all the content without going like well over the top with it. Maybe as things get harder to kill and stuff like that, that'll balance out a bit. Maybe it's one of those curves at the moment where you level really quick. I mean, I guess you do in normal with the normal leveling curve, you level faster at the start. So maybe that'll balance out again. But yeah, we're already like halfway through the Barrens at 21, and there's a few like, I know it's not really made for leveling, is it? Season of Discovery, really. It's made for the seasonal content that comes out, and the end game stuff at each of those seasons, I suppose, those seasons within the Season of Discovery. Do we want any of these? Probably not, so we'll take those.
Trust no one.
Family Crypt.
Our time will come.
Oh, this could be an upgrade. Or do we... oh, hold on.
Goodbye.
6.4 damage per second.
What is it? Beware the living. Dark Lady, watch over you.
9.1, 9.1 strength. Okay, we're using a staff at the moment.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Oh, flipping hell. So I'm going to keep using that. I know the strength probably makes sense. We're a warrior, we want to be hitting things, but I think just a little bit more survivability with the stamina. I am more than happy with that. Okay, this has been a really lovely little episode. 37, God, that has flown by. Is this the warrior quit? Oh my god. Okay, well, we're going to get a one-hander as well. I thought... oh no, we're sorry, I thought we were undead for something, because we've been in the undead place for so long. I guess we take that as a one-hander. You never know. If we get a nice shield, it might be worth doing. Or we just sell it for the silver. Probably do that, to be fair. Okay, let's sell that. We've got Slumber Sand, that's good for us. I'm going to put our better linen bandages there. Sell that. And I'm going to give this Spirit Scroll to Zooqt. You are self-found and cannot oh, yeah.
I haven't got all day.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Do not seek death.
Right, guys and gals, thank you for watching this episode of Midventures, our hardcore warrior on Soulseeker EU. Zooqt, thank you so much for playing with me. I had a load of fun with you. If you see this, I mean, the chances are probably quite low, but there you go. I'm not sure what's next. We're pretty much done with oh, no, we're not. We're not at all. We've still got all of this to do. Yeah, so we've still got a fair bit to do here, and then we're probably... I don't know where it's going to take us, but... what's that? Hand in Forsaken Juices. Oh, okay, we'll go hand that in. Go to quest... I'm... Dude, it's good. Better than my Spanish. I'm actually logging now.
I am forsaken. Beware, our enemies abound.
Cool. Also, I'm recording this. My YouTube channel. Are you okay for me to put this in? Are you okay for me to upload it with you playing with me? If he says no, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I feel like I should ask. We'll see. I've done my goodbyes as well. Sure, bro. Thanks. Thanks, channel is Adventures. If you want to see it. Thanks again, and see you soon. So let's go social. Add friends. Zooqt. It would be an honor. What a nice guy. Add. All right, yeah. Let me do that again. Second, you're getting two goodbyes in one video. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Midventures, a hardcore warrior on Soulseeker EU. Yeah, it was great. I will see you soon. Stay safe out there. Love you lots. Bye for now. Bye for now. What happened to my voice there? Jesus Christ.